States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I give a quick update for a minute, just a minute? The Boston Red Sox and the Yankees are tied.
Oh, okay.
2-2.
I'm looking at him.
Second inning?
2-2.
What was
Yeah.
inning? Second inning.
Okay, we'll get through this as quickly as we can. We have some interesting things for tonight.
Okay.
I do have a warrant for signatures, and on it is, we're gonna reimburse Donna, because she went to Staples and got these, and she had to get them with her credit card, because they would only do it with the card on site. I got a paper cutter, so the receipts are in here. I found in an antique shop an old, heavy paper cutter, so we can do those, the signage we need at the station, at all the museums, because what we did get one several years ago, but it was plastic, remember, it didn't work well. This is what I used originally, the same type. So anyway, I found it in a shop for $55, and I thought that was a decent price. Huh?
I had one I could have gave you,
You still have it?
yeah.
Well, I can't take this back, unfortunately. And then, also the tickets for 4 of us that are going to the conference tomorrow in Exeter. So all the receipts are there. Pass it around for signatures. And the minutes. You all received the minutes. Anybody have any comments, questions?
I did not receive the minutes because I didn't get
Okay,
any
You didn't
email.
get
so-
anything, you said.
No,
You have to give me your email address.
What
I
happened
wrote
to
it down
you?
there for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't get the minutes either, by the way.
Connie, did you get the minutes?
I thought I did.
Well, I didn't get,
Or was
I
I mixing that up with the
We-
Lions?
didn't,
I don't think we have extra.
I don't
I
see
think we have
any.
extra copies of,
Could be.
did
I
you read
read.
them?
I read something, it must have been the Lions, I must have mixed it up.
Okay,
I didn't,
I'm
no,
gonna
I didn't
pass-
get any attachments.
just those, right? I'm going to pass mine around for those who did not see them, so we'll take a few minutes for that. The one thing I noticed is Kat's name is spelt with a C, not a K, on the attendance, Donna.
Oh, okay.
Kat Loring as a guest. She's a C.
After you finish a page, pass it over.
Yeah. Read a page, pass it along, take the next.
I'm a speed reader, so it's
Painting.
good.
How many signatures do you need?
Page,
Whoever wants to sign it. We
Okay.
need to have a
Oh,
majority
I
of.
didn't see the numbers, they were kind of
Yeah,
obscured.
we
Okay.
need 4,
30.
but if anybody that's here acting, any member can sign
Okay.
it.
Well, that was good.
Thank you. So,
Sweet.
I'm gonna give these to you. All this stuff goes to the town. And that is a bill that is Fund 1.
Okay.
Do you have cash?
Yeah,
All right, why don't we do that while they're reading?
okay.
And what is it from?
I've got it. This is from the station for the month of September. And I didn't get an account, of what we sold, but 75% of that is all donations, and probably 25% is, I know we sold a book, we sold a t-shirt, we sold some of those.
So if I said $35 for museum items and the rest being donations, would that make
Is that
sense?
about 75? Is that what you think, Kat?
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
yeah.
Okay,
The selectmen's meeting, did you already go to that?
no, it's next week.
It's next time. Okay. I'll have to write that down. The 8th.
Phil and I both, Phil has cemetery and I have Heritage and Library, and they're all like one right after the other.
Yeah, you're first. You gotta go first.
Are you coming? You don't have to, but you can.
Whatever,
if you feel
yeah,
like it, come in.
I've gotta be there anyway, so I
For
might
the
as
next one,
well pop
sure.
in.
I've got a question about the budget,
Yep,
which is kinda too late.
all
but
right, well,
Anyway,
we'll, let's do it on
Okay.
financials. Let's deal with the minutes first.
okay, well, I read about the budget in there.
Okay. I'm just gonna put it under museum sales. Are you gonna be able to go in tomorrow or Friday
Yeah,
to town hall? Okay. 10:01.
I know, flying by.
All right, so this goes with this. So that is museum sales for August.
August or September? It's October.
You said
3rd.
August, you meant, didn't you? Or
No,
did you-
September.
September. I said August.
Okay.
You're right, September. So what you saw, Connie, was that I went to, met with Dino,
Right.
not the selectmen.
Yeah. But I have a
That's all right, I have some, yeah,
thing to make, that something went up,
okay.
$3.
Hmm?
$3. The Wi-Fi thing went up $3.
Okay. A month?
So, yes, so I just wanted to make sure there was money in there
Well-
to cover it. It's always been 52 something, but now it's 55 something.
So $3 times 12 months, $36 on that line.
Yep,
On the East Wakefield thing, it said it had 8 people in attendance. It was actually 8 people one day and 7 people the next, so for a total of
15.
15, yeah.
So we should make that adjustment, she's saying 15.
Yeah.
At the East Wakefield School.
At the back-to-school day thing.
Okay. Now, what are your wishes regarding the minutes, changes, corrections, additions, approve, what?
I move that we accept them with the corrections and additions
Okay.
noted.
Seconded by anyone?
I'll second.
Seconded by Paul. And you got those 2 little corrections,
Mhm.
so, okay. Now financials. So the financials are for the end of August, because today being the 1st of October, we don't have the end of September's. And Connie's just notifying me that we need to have, under utilities, it will have gone up $36, and I'll discuss that. Cause the number is based on what we had, it's been 6 weeks since the bills have been paid. So I'll look at the final one before we meet with the selectmen.
Yeah, okay.
Anybody have any questions?
we-
Go ahead.
Under the heating fuel,
Yeah,
can we delete that line? We're not gonna have any more heating fuel.
well, who
Um,
knows that for sure?
We can't use a furnace.
We're not gonna, they don't want us to, but that's not to say we might not.
Oh, you think
What
we
if
might
we-
get it fixed?
Well, they don't want us to use the furnace because
So-
we have the mini split, and they don't
Okay.
want us to pay at the railroad station.
Yeah, the railroad
But
station. Is
what
there
if
some other
furnace
place?
doesn't
What if
work?
we had, right, what if we had heat in another building we wanted to use?
But do we?
Not right today, but why would we delete the line?
Oh,
I mean,
you
if you, I'm
Or you just
thinking,
wanna leave some money in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's only
if
50,
that's all
it's
right
only
with everyone.
$50.
Yeah, it's $50, and we do have a couple other buildings that might, well, one really,
I'd li-
the school.
About, talking about heating fuel again, that tank that's downstairs is full of oil. We really should find somebody to come and drain it out.
Do you remember how much it cost us to do that? I mean, we're probably gonna have to do that. Let's see if,
I mean, if somebody wants to buy it, I mean, I don't wanna have to pay to have somebody pump it out
but we
again.
did
I know
before.
we
It was a
did.
lot of money.
I know we did.
Why don't I discuss that with the selectmen and see if they have a solution?
you
Because
have it.
we had thought maybe the town crew,
Yeah.
the town could
I
use
don't know
it,
if
but,
I don't know if they use oil down there anymore.
I don't know, why don't we,
You just
why
ask
don't I
them, yeah.
bring that up
Bring
as
that
well?
up, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know, I mean, we probably, if we ever did anything, like if we ever put anything in the East Wakefield school, we'd probably use a mini split. Why would we do anything else? So maybe we don't need that line. But I will discuss that with the selectmen too and see what they think. Does that make sense to people?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and as you know, the Fund 4, which is your second page, is always a negative because it starts with nothing budgeted. So it's always a negative. We spend it out of our Fund 4 budget, or, not budget, I should say, our Fund 4. That we don't budget, whatever comes up, we spend, and the selectmen authorize the checks when we need to. So we have spent, we've spent a total of, it looks like, roughly 15,500 as of the end of August. The schoolhouse and at the railroad station,
But we
okay?
don't have that much money in there.
We have around 70,000.
I don't see that anywhere.
It doesn't show,
Yeah.
Connie.
Guess not.
And the unfortunate thing is, we've been using that fund for all these years, and it can't be in any kind of account where we would have gotten interest or anything, which just seems a shame, because,
Right.
but that has to do with the town's requirements,
Accounting,
yeah, so,
when they come in.
probably state.
Yep.
Okay, anybody make a motion to approve the financials?
I make a motion to approve the financials as of the end of August.
Right,
Second,
seconded by Connie, all in favor?
aye.
They'll be placed on file, thank you. Okay. I just wanted to verify that the docent schedule we have, that everything is covered between now and when we close.
I don't know. is
We
it-
had them, no one who had signed up at our last meeting cannot come, right?
For October.
Okay. I was gonna be there on next Sunday for somebody who's usually
Oh,
there.
right, I can do it, I'm not gonna be gone. I had
Oh, you
plans
can
on
do
gone,
Sunday?
So I can definitely do Sunday.
Okay, all right.
Are you
But I think
gone? Are
Andy
you
had
gone,
one.
Elaine, Saturday?
No,
You'll be there.
Saturday.
Both Saturdays? Because you only got 2 weeks.
The 12th,
We got 2 Saturdays left and 2 Sundays.
the
Right.
12th is a Sunday, right? I think I'm all set. There's a celebration of life for a friend, but I'm pretty sure that's Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
And
12th.
You're
you
all
can let me know,
you're all
because
set,
I'm
Kat.
happy to switch that out.
Okay.
You know, I had planned on Sunday, and I would, if I need to do Saturday, I could, but thank you,
I
Kat.
think I'm all set.
All right, so that's our last,
October 12th,
yep, our last day,
this last hurrah.
until Tour de Chooch.
Right.
Yeah.
So we might as well talk about that too, everybody able, who would be able to be here for Tour de Chooch. It's November,
29th.
the Saturday after. So we usually do cookies or something. And, well, I shouldn't say usually, because this is the first time now in 2 years, because we now have heat,
We're gonna-
right?
Yeah,
We didn't do, we weren't
we
open
didn't
last.
have, no.
Last year
Yeah.
you were, year before you were,
Yeah,
Yes.
so
Is that,
what time is it?
Yeah.
9 to 4.
9 to 4? So maybe we split the day,
and what is that date again?
the 29th of Saturday
November
after.
20, November
Yeah.
29th.
Birthday party for my grandson
Oh,
that
that's
day,
right.
so,
So 9 to 4,
Bring
maybe
fire
we could,
with us.
yeah.
maybe
He's
we
only a
could do
year.
mornings and afternoons, so that's a long day. Phil, of course, will be there all day, right, Phil?
course.
I'll be in Massachusetts, so I
Okay.
won't be able to.
So how many can help out on the 29th?
I could stay the whole
Okay.
day too if you need.
Pam,
I
Elaine,
mean, if we got
Phil.
enough, there's no need,
Connie,
I'm happy
Yeah.
to do the whole day.
so,
and Kat, can you
I
come
can
in?
come in the afternoon after working till 12 at the library.
Oh, library,
I can
yeah.
definitely do 1, 2.
Okay,
1 to
Yeah,
4,
12:30.
okay. Then you know what, I will go down in the morning, and you can spell me, so I will do 9 to 1. And then we have Elaine and Connie, and you can split it if you want, or you two can decide.
Yep.
Okay.
But we usually have more than a couple.
yeah, we use it, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and maybe I'll stay, and maybe, you know, we'll see how many people we have. All right, then we're all set for that as well.
Let me, you wanna talk about what we're gonna have for food and drinks and stuff?
We have one more meeting,
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right too,
but.
okay. But I was thinking, we always usually have, malt cider.
and- Yeah,
malt cider, and I can get a couple of gallons of that, and that always goes over good.
right, and then we'll
And we'll
do,
get some donuts, cider donuts. That's, I
well,
think that's,
cookies, we have to pay for
Well-
the donuts, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So why don't we make cookies?
Everybody loves donuts.
All right.
Yeah, but you can make cookies.
Mr. Donut
You can
Man.
make cookies.
Mr.
I can
Dunkin'
bake.
Donut Man.
I bake all the time. I like to bake too.
Yeah, everybody wants to bake.
That's
You
okay.
go to Dunkin' Donuts on your own time.
What else do you like?
It's your own money.
Yeah, right.
Get your cider donuts.
Okay,
So we'll just remind one another at our next meeting, which will probably be the last one until later in the spring. We'll see how things go. So, Michelle, do you have anything else to add about the website?
I don't think so.
Has
Like
Rich
it-
been in touch with you? He said he
I've,
was gonna
I've had a few emails from him, but nothing
He said he was gonna
concrete to
Get
add.
hold of you today.
There was something in my email today. It wasn't, yeah. I need.
It was about the award, the
The
certificate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I need more than just emails. I need actual updates. 'cause I
article.
can't, yeah.
What, you know, how we want it, put it in there, so
Yeah.
she can just put it in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk about that. This might be as good a time as any to talk about this.
Mhm.
We have just mentioned this off and on, a few of us, that we should have a newsletter. And we used to have a newsletter. I brought a copy of the last one we did, which was in summer of 2015. And there was a message from the chair, which was me. There was some items we had for sale. There was an article by Bill Gaver on the Freight House. There was an article about that Peter wrote on the general store in Wakefield Corner. There was the article on the bell that Phil wrote. Remember that?
No, I don't. How many years ago was that we had that letter?
This was,
13.
this is not a letter, this is when we
No.
were doing
Oh, I know.
doing a newsletter. It
Yeah,
was a newsletter that this was the summer of 2015,
yeah,
volume
yeah.
1, issue 3. So I think we had done two the year before. But why would we have done volume 1, issue 3? I don't know. It shows, so then, benefactor supports railroading merit badge, and then donated items, the settees, and how you repaired them, and then about Heritage Day. So, we do have a number of emails that, well, some that people have left, but we could actually do a newsletter with email to those people we have, but we could put it on our website and call it a newsletter and encourage people to give us their emails so we can send it to them, or be a member if we decide to have a membership again, which we did, which is something a couple people have mentioned to me. We did it originally, it was when we first opened, maybe the second year, anybody that wanted to support the Union Station, it was $20 a year, and they would get newsletters, and they would get updates that, it was just to support us. We weren't really giving them a lot for it, it was just for support. So these are just things to throw out there. With an active website, webmaster, we could easily, but again, she needs the articles.
I just got promoted.
How's it feel?
Promotion with no remuneration. So, thoughts about that? We can think about it and we can talk about it. I'll put it on the agenda for next time. And if anyone wants to see this, it's the only copy I have come across. Donna and I have been working at the Grange organizing, and she's been there more than I have, but trying to get things together and organized, and we'll talk about that a little more later. So if anyone wants to, you're welcome to see it.
On your guest book of all your places that you have open, on the guest book that you have people sign,
We have had some emails. Now, if the Freight House has emails,
we always ask for them, and a lot of people are leaving, that's why I was wondering.
so we could,
We get emails every once in a while, but not very often.
Do you have it, do you have
Only
a
if we
space on your
ask.
sign-up sheet
Well,
for it?
not
We do.
really,
Not really.
but
We-
that's a
we-
good,
We left one on our sheet.
that's a good
Could we just-
idea.
Could we
People-
just use that one?
Sure.
You could check and see with your group if we were to do a letter, because it would be promoting
Right,
not just the station though, and the Freight House, it would be promoting any of the
that there'd be
heritage
a
stuff
section for each.
for everybody, but, it's something to think about, and we can talk about it at the next meeting if you want, so you can get back to your game.
So in relation to the newsletter, there is a blog function to the website. So it wouldn't even have to be a formal formal newsletter. It could just be articles whenever we had them released, and the announcements could go out to whoever we have
Yeah,
their email.
yeah.
So,
And then, or we could do two things, because if we decide we want to encourage a membership down the road, then knowing there was a newsletter that they'd seen, and then you're gonna now have to pay for it, or, I don't know, we can think about that. But that's a good point. There is a blog. But does it have to go, you would put it in, everybody won't have access.
Well, I mean, anybody could have access to it, but yes,
You
I
would
could,
give
I could
them
put it,
acce- You
yeah.
could give them access.
yeah,
Okay.
or I can put it in,
Maybe
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
All right, anybody have any comments about that?
No.
Thoughts? Okay. So you could check, Paul, to see how the Freight House crew feels about that and using their email.
They'll be fine. I can guarantee.
I could write up something about the back-to-school day thing, and I've
Yeah.
got pictures, and I could send
That
it
would
to
be,
you.
send that.
that would be fantastic,
That'd be fun.
yeah.
I will do that.
I have,
Yeah.
I have some pictures too, some neat pictures. I'll send to you and you can decide
Okay,
which ones you wanna use.
alrighty.
East Wakefield, so the Heritage Day was a mistake, that meant to get deleted. East Wakefield School,
Before we get into
yes.
that, last week at our meeting, I talked to Rich about that Heritage Day that we were talking about last meeting. And I asked him if he'd be willing, I don't know if you wanna incorporate it with this or do it separate, but he'd be willing to, give a speech, a talk on the railroad back
oh,
then.
okay, okay,
Oh,
well,
that would be great.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought it
for
might be
next
an
year,
interest.
yeah.
Yeah.
It could either be with that, or if you wanna run it something separate,
yep,
you know.
so let's be sure that gets in the minutes, that Rich is willing to do a railroad modelers presentation
Right.
at either Heritage Day or at another time, good. East Wakefield School. So, some of that should have been deleted too. The repair, I did, ask, Greg Kroll to go out and look at the roof, the ceiling, to see if they could repair that. And he hasn't gotten there, he forgot about it, and I got a text from him that he's at the fair for the whole week. And he will look at it after, and then I said, well, we're talking about sheetrock repair, sheetrock being installed, which needs to be mudded, and there's no heat there, so you probably would wanna wait and do it in the spring. So we'll get a number from him anyway. And
Couldn't we heat it for a week if he's
there's no
willing?
heat there unless he uses
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the station.
yeah. No, we took the furnace out
Yeah.
there, it was old and not being used, hadn't been used for years, and so we had it pulled out. Anything else at the East Wakefield School that you can think of, Jean?
Just that, the thing I mentioned last time about the shutter.
Oh, the shutter.
There's one
louver.
slat missing, so that rain coming, hitting it that way.
The louver and one shutter.
Yeah, the one that's in the front.
Right, we probably ought to see if we could get, Champagne to go up and do that, why wouldn't he have? Why don't we
Is
ask
that the
him?
roofing guy's name? Yeah, I think he probably could. He was the one who told me about it, so.
Okay, the Union Station, the roof ventilation has been done and paid for.
Yeah,
The update on the soffit and the fascias, has he been there yet?
no, he hasn't, I haven't seen him down there.
Okay, I talked to him, we texted the other day, he was finishing up a job in Alfred, he was doing a slate roof, and as soon as he was done, he was coming over here. So it would be Thursday or Friday or next week. And in regard to the paint, I asked Greg about painting, and his number was 2,000, and Champagne's was 1,500. And if you recall at our last meeting, that's the number we wanted to, if we found anybody to go do it for that or less, or for less, I should say. So Phil and I talked, and I've authorized a Pro Contracting to do the paint at the same time. And it was for 2 coats, both of them. So, so that will be done all at the same time. Let's hear about the Modelers Convention. And I will start with Paul.
Well, we had, during that weekend, we had a total of 78 visitors.
Nice.
And I know that we had one couple that drove up from Pennsylvania specifically because they saw the article in the magazine.
Wow. Let me
And
ask, does that include that Thursday or whatever day
Thursday,
it
for
was,
the 3
Thursday
days.
and the weekend?
Right.
Okay.
And I also talked to a couple that drove up from Chicago, drove over.
Really?
Because they were heavy into railroads and they saw the article. So
Nice.
people throughout the country obviously saw it and they're coming.
Right.
So we've been doing
That's
good
good.
with that,
So we
yeah.
need a nice article that could be put on our website that isn't like the whole magazine. We don't have the whole magazine on there, do we?
We don't, I mean,
No.
if we could have
Oh,
access to it, we could.
needed
but-
to be sure we could, that was it.
I-
Are we
I-
able?
I've got a copy.
But are we allowed to put it on?
Copyright.
I talked to Rich about that and Bill, and they both said that it has to be okayed by the magazine. But they've gone through this before with them and they've always okayed it.
So will you check on that?
I'll check.
And if we get, that would be one thing to put in there. And if not, maybe Rich or Bill would do an article
Oh, I'm sure they will.
that would paraphrase the whole thing.
Right.
And
We'll also
then,
talk about how much business it brought in, you know, that people responded so much to it.
Right.
That would be interesting to people.
right, in addition to the article, then
Right.
the traffic from there.
I am happy to do, editing and wordsmithing, but I just don't, I'm working full-time,
Yeah,
so,
no, I
Right.
get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
so I don't have
So
I'll
is
have
it
that.
easy to scan the article and just put it in?
I could, yeah.
You don't have to?
Although the magazine might have it as a PDF already,
Oh,
My,
yeah, we could, maybe you could see if they could check on that.
I
Because
mean,
it's
I,
promoting their magazine too. It's-
right, but I've got a copy if you want.
okay, yeah, well, I have a copy too, actually, so.
We all got
Okay.
copies.
Yeah,
Everybody got
We all
copies.
got copies, yeah.
Yeah, I don't wanna violate any copyright.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll
So
get
there's
hold of
another
Rich.
thing for you to check on, if you would, Paul. Anything else?
Let me, a little funny thing that happened during that convention period. We had quite a few people that come to the station also. And they would go right through, come in the back, go out the front, because they wanted to see the model train. They really didn't care too much about what was in the station. I said, oh, the model train's not in here? So,
Yeah.
so we'd shoot them all across the tracks.
Right,
But
but a
that
lot of
happened.
them came back.
Well, some of them came back,
When
but,
I was there, we had people coming in.
Yeah.
We were sending them over there, so.
Yeah,
yeah,
and, I mean, we got donations from that.
yeah, we got, yeah.
So you would say it was very successful.
I
The
would say-
articles,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the article is what,
the article
prompted.
drew most, yeah,
We've
most,
got a lot of modelers that came through from the convention. And even after they were done touring that the next day, they were still talking about it at the convention.
that's good, yeah.
So,
And
if we
word
could,
is spreading too.
yeah, and I think if we can promote this even more, it'd be beneficial for the whole,
Absolutely, yeah,
thing. So I think we ought to think about ways to promote the layout at the
Right.
train station, because we're getting a lot of interest on that.
right. I wonder, okay, I'm gonna wonder about the town's website. We're not even, I'm gonna discuss that with the selectmen too. We are not a link to the town's website, I do not believe, or on it. We might be a link, but we're not on it, like Parks and Rec, which is a department under the town, and we are we are under Planning Board. That's what we're under, so we're part of a town department too. So,
Another idea I thought of is if we could make some kind of a plaque or something to put up at all the sites, promoting everything.
yep,
So if they came to the train station or to the freight house.
see, I read
That's
it,
come
yeah,
up before.
we have.
Yeah.
So one of the things, 4 of us are going to the New Hampshire Preservation Conference tomorrow in Exeter. And there's things like that to promote your activities and historic activities, sites, etc. We might get some good ideas there or from the networking, so hopefully get, so the town website and signage directing to other sites. And I know we do talk about it at the other sites. Have you been to Heritage Park and blah, blah, blah is there, and,
Now, this Saturday, there's another meeting of the local chapter of in Rochester.
of the
of
modelers?
The Modelers, so we're expecting more people to come over after that meeting on Saturday. We're
Okay,
open normal hours, but just to
Yeah.
give you a heads up,
right,
that you
okay.
might have a few more people than you normally would.
So we need to think about a positive way, an attractive way to promote all, at least the three that we have docents at, I would think.
Is
So-
there any way we could get a brochure and put them out, you know, in the stands where you see all the brochures at tourist places?
We could.
We did that once.
We used to do
We've
that.
had brochures, yeah, but that doesn't mean there's no
Right.
reason to do it again.
Well, we
Yeah.
still have
Right,
brochures, we still got a
Updated.
lot, quite a few of those, but I
They're
think
not-
that brochure needs to get updated.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So these are all great projects for the winter time. Definitely need to update it, okay. So what we should do is anyone who has the opportunity to pick up one of the brochures, we have them. Of course, the school and the Grange are closed now for the winter. So in Union, at Railroad Station, we can pick up brochures and, take them home. And we can work on it this winter. Or let's grab a few, Phil, and we'll give them out at the next meeting.
Okay,
Bring them to the
I
next
mean, if we
meeting.
put them in local businesses, we could
Mhm.
put them, you know.
Because the ones that, we used to pay, we did the brochure and we paid people, who was it? Somebody that puts them out at, the Welcome Center in Seabrook. And I think someplace in North Conway, that's where they got placed. But that hasn't been done for several years because whoever was doing it stopped doing it and we never found someone else, so. But update the brochure and distribute. Oh, I know, and Snooky used to take them over to someplace, I think in Laconia. So, we can work on that again.
Can it be just anybody who brings them? I go to Conway all the time. I could bring some to the Welcome Center up there. Is there a
Yeah,
specific,
there's
do you have to be?
see, we had to be a part of this company
Oh,
who distributed them in the welcome
Mhm.
centers, but
oh, too bad.
things could have changed, this
Yeah.
is several years ago.
Chamber of Commerce is like in Rochester or Dover.
Yeah.
Do they have offices?
We need to pursue that and, all good ideas. So, anything else on the Union Station? Or anything at Heritage Park?
nothing new.
Have we put anything on the website about Heritage Day? Was there, I haven't checked
No.
lately, no.
No,
So that would be something we could try
Right.
to get some
Yeah.
of those pictures and,
yeah, I need photos, I didn't take any myself,
Right.
so,
okay.
yeah.
We'll have to
Yeah, we need to
see
get,
if we can
definitely
our
get
hands on
things.
Some of those, I didn't take very many, I was just busy.
Hmm.
I know, I think next year we need to assign somebody, cause I
Good
felt the same,
ideas.
I got a few pictures here or there, but we were doing the games and all that stuff, so,
Mhm.
I think it would be good to.
See what people have, cause my daughter was there and took some
Yeah, see what
pictures.
she has.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
I was hoping we'd have a good picture we do have a picture with the Concord coach, but nothing that,
Yeah, I have a picture
As-
of my daughter and my granddaughter in the
Yeah.
coat.
I have that, you
It's
sent
a
me
good
that, I
picture.
think, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, blacksmith, anything else? Union Blacksmith Shop?
Have nothing to report on the blacksmith shop.
Okay. So, the Grange Heritage Center, as I said, Donna and I have been working on organizing it there. And, she's been doing it needed a lot, and she's been doing it, working there at times as well when I wasn't there. So she's catching on to our old filing and non-filing system. She's also been working on cataloging the latest inventory that are donations that we got, which was the Tibbetts family, the Louis Tibbetts family, Tim and Jim Tibbetts, who some of you know, two of you know, yeah, and me, three of us know. You may.
I've met them
Yeah.
years and years ago.
And they had sent me a few boxes over the last couple of years. Tim had, and they stopped by. I met them there last Saturday, the Saturday before. Last Saturday. Okay, a week ago. And they brought in 3 more boxes. Unbelievable stuff we can use. There were some things that he'd asked me about, and I told him no, not to. Because Tim had most of this in Washington State, and I said, don't bring it that. A few things, we really don't need these tools, but you could bring, those were, sent some pictures. But he brought a lot of stuff, 3 big boxes. One thing that was in, is a picture of the Union Water Tower. Remember, there was always a question about it. This is when it was being taken down. I don't have a date, but it's clearly where we thought it was. But here's a picture that should be somehow saved between the freight house and the railroad station. And it was a picture that Louis had.
Is it north of the station?
Hmm?
North of the station?
No, south of the station.
South of the station?
Where the water tower was. So, and remember, that's where you've determined it was there, and that's also, not you
No.
personally, but
No.
that's also what Marshall Fox told me. And there's a picture that Louis
Where's the
had.
tower?
It's
laying-
coming down.
It's laying on the
when they were
ground.
taking
Oh,
it
it's
down.
laying down, okay, I see that,
But that's
yeah.
what it looked like. So,
Oh,
Paul, you're welcome to take that and see what you guys can do with it.
Good.
But we want to end up keeping the original.
Yeah.
Right.
So we can file it with our, so, but there were, a lot of things. I think I told you at one point, there are things that we can use for a business exhibit, businesses that were in Wakefield. So Louis had the store, like a general store in Union. He had a soda fountain there. We have all sorts of soda fountain things
Oh, wow.
from it. We have the flag that flew over the Tibbetts store, post office and store in North Wakefield. I have a picture of the Matthews station agent,
Oh.
which you might be interested in.
Okay.
And that was
Just
a
back to Paul.
Tibbetts relative. So we're working on inventorying everything. I think you have
I have
that
most
all
of it
done,
done,
right?
yeah.
Most
Take
done.
another look
Yeah.
at this.
But I had to bring you this, to show you this. This is, this was 1877, Wolfboro Junction, the State Press Steam Print, Dover, New Hampshire. And this sign was something that they put up. They were no longer going to give credit, it was cash only. So pass it around. So that'll be an awesome thing to have with our Garvin Building exhibit in the Grange Building. So, and that was in Louis' stuff. There was some type of a surveying, we didn't figure out the name of
No.
it. A piece of equipment that has like a big compass on top. You would have used it for surveying. And it had 3 legs or 4 legs? 3, I think,
It's 3 now.
like a tripod. And
Well, that's just until
and it was for surveying. So we put it with the mills and dams exhibit because it seemed like an appropriate place to put it. So
Oh.
there's a number of things to add to for displays.
Thread 3 cents.
Any signs for ice?
Hmm?
Ice signs? I
No.
thought it would be kind of fun to have an ice sign, an old ice sign in our,
Oh, yeah,
Ice corner.
prices up here.
Yeah, ice.
Well, maybe now that we have a good paper cutter, we can do, you know, all of that, all of the signs that are everywhere in the 3 sites are things that I did
Pretty
with
neat.
that, with just parchment looking paper on foam core and cut them with that type of cutter. So we ought to be able to update our signs and make more. So also, at the same time, I had Craig Evans, who, you know, he's the one who did our archival of all the Grange material. But he's an archivist, he's a genealogist, he's just great on all that sorts of things, the archiving and the historical documentation. And he said to me, I would like to look at your quilt, now the quilt that we have there, the one that was given to us by Barbara Trafton, not the ones that the people in town made in the 90s. And he wanted to document it, take pictures and document it. And so he came over, and Donna and he put it down, and he took pictures, and he's been working on the documentation, and it is so unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm gonna give you just a little bit of it. So we got it from Barbara Trafton, and who was the daughter of Ralph Hansen, who was a town clerk here for 40 years, and also worked for the railroad. And she's the one who gave us 2 of the pieces of china that the railroad's dining room had. Anyway, she gave that to me for the Heritage Commission display. And she had said it came from Florence Perkins' house. And Florence Perkins had given it to her, and she had it at their cottage on the lake. So, you know, here Craig has this, he's trying to figure out, the dates are from I thought I put this on here, from 1891 to 1897, because, so a quilt like this is usually called a friendship quilt, and the women who somebody did a square, and they sign the square and date it. So that's the documentation we're talking about. And so it was from 1891 to 1897, but what was the connection? When Craig got looking at it, he said that it was the family of Josiah Willard Wiggin, who had a farm on Level Lake Road. And he had 8 daughters and 1 son, and he said 5 of the daughters had done squares. But how does this connect to Barbara Trafton? So I know the answer. We finally have found the answer. And I also, I called Cynthia Knight, and asked her, because I knew that Florence Perkins was also related to her, but how, I didn't remember. So I called her. She lives in Newbury, New Hampshire, and she told me that she gave me information, which I also passed to Craig. So the short part of it is that Barbara's mother was Marjorie Brackett Hansen. Marjorie and Florence Perkins were both sisters. They were Bracketts, they were sisters. And so that would make sense as maybe how Florence had it, if we could find a thread that connected everybody. So Florence's and Marjorie's mother, who died when they were very, very young, was Elizabeth Bell Brackett. She was married to Charles Eldridge Brackett, and, and they had a daughter, Jane Eunice Brackett, who in 1892 married Ed Himes. Wasn't Ed Himes, didn't he own the Garvin building at one point, Connie, do you remember?
No, I don't.
You remember the name?
Yeah, I remember
Because
the
I
name.
called Cynthia today to ask her, I thought he either owned the Garvin building, the general store, or he worked there. So we're gonna have to figure that out. I have some 1890s town reports, so we can maybe
Yeah.
find something there. But anyway, the whole thing connected right back through. So there are 49 squares. He's doing the documentation of all of it with pictures. Be an awesome thing for us to put online
Yeah.
and to do a whole program on next year. That's not mine, no. So, I mean, to me, that was just so exciting. But we need to, I think Ed Himes lived where Abby Roberts lived, on High Street. That I think they used to call
Could
that
be.
the Himes house.
Yeah, could be.
But we'll let Connie, I don't know if you know of anyone that might, well, you have friends that are your age that might remember that.
Is there anything in the big red book?
We'll
That might
look,
help you?
we'll look. But it probably has his name there someplace, but
You must have.
but anyway, so it may have been a wedding gift to them. Cause this whole family, and then there were some other people other names in there, when it's completed, when he has it all documented, he's gonna send it to me to see what I know about additional names. So there was other Wiggins, and there were Cottle and Tucker, and other names that we would have, Sanborn. So we'll be able to figure out a lot of these people. So
That's
I
cool.
thought
That'd
that
be
was
fun.
really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So that was another thing that we've done at the Grange. I think, any other donated items at Union?
Yeah, we've had 5 uniforms donated.
Oh, right, they were conductor?
Conductor uniforms from New York Central,
Okay,
and.
so we need to
we've
get
got-
those inventory.
Yeah, I've got the information at the station.
Okay,
And,
do we need to, we need to send a thank you?
Yeah,
Do we
Yeah.
know who to send it to?
Yeah. I think we've got all that
Rich
information.
has got it.
Rich has got it,
Okay, so
Yeah,
if
so-
somebody gets it to me,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
to Donna,
Yeah.
Donna has the note paper and everything to send them out, so I don't have
Okay,
to do that myself
there's
anymore.
probably other items that we've
Do
received.
you want to talk about the painting? That
Oh,
that you
the painting
received
That I
and have
received.
loaned,
It's on permanent loan right now to the station. Patty Perkins, who lives next door.
across from the
Across the street from.
blacksmith shop.
Blacksmith shop. Anyway, she's a painter. She does watercolors. I don't know if she does oil or not, but she does watercolors. So she gave me a picture that she painted of the station, the water tower, and the freight house, the snowplow, the caboose. It's all in one great big picture. It's a big, like this. So I've got it hanging on the wall. I went down and purchased a nice frame for it, wood frame, and now it's hanging on the
Yeah.
wall.
It's
So,
beautiful. It's
It is lovely.
Really
She did a
nice.
Great
Beautiful
job.
watercolor.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
but you think, it's not
Oh, yeah,
appropriate
but
for
I
us to
think
do
we should,
it?
no, I
we?
think we should send her, I don't know what the address is for her,
Well,
I'll
we
find
can-
out.
It's easy, you don't have to,
Yeah.
I can get it online.
Yeah, but yeah, we need to send her a thank you
So-
note.
But-
it was from me, I should probably
We
send
should
it.
send you the thank you. I mean, is it awkward for us to send her a thank you, cause she gave it to you?
No, she gave it to me, no, I've thanked her several times, every time I see her, but I don't know,
What does everyone
what's
think?
that?
I mean, we could certainly word it appropriately that we so
Right.
appreciate,
We
you know,
have it
what a
on
wonderful
loan. We
job
have-
she's
We have
done.
it on
Yes.
loan for
Yeah.
you, right?
Yeah.
So we can thank her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compliment
All
her
right.
on her work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Compliment her on the
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
and, we're so appreciative that
then
Phil has
there's some
put
other
it on
things
loan.
that a gentleman gave us. He's a regular guy, he comes from Somersworth,
Oh, you mentioned it last week, it's
What's
the
his
post office boxes.
yeah, it's post office box fronts. And I think there's about, I don't know, about six fronts. So I don't know how we're gonna display those, but maybe we can figure out a way to,
And the reason that we took them is because the post office, the railroad station had been a post office at
Yeah.
one point. Cause other than that,
Yeah.
we would have or should have said no, just like I've said to the Tibbets, we don't need these other things, cause they don't pertain to any of our exhibits.
right.
But,
We
It
do have a
wasn't-
sign that says Union Post
right,
Office.
and it's
right in
the
the middle.
original sign.
It's the original sign, so,
Was there any way they could be mounted on a board or something?
that's what I'm thinking, we're gonna have to, well, yeah, we can, that's why I was wondering, maybe this winter I can be working on coming up with some kind of a thing where we can display them on
Yeah.
a piece of plywood or something.
Okay, so
No,
that
yeah.
brings up a fact that several of us have been talking about, we need more display space. And I've been looking for cabinets, glass, something that looks decent. And we can find things for around $100 if, used. Not exactly like the big one that we have at the station, but some of the bow front glass. But we need to figure out what exactly we want to display, so we get the right size cabinet. And I'm assuming, because we never really talked about it at a real meeting, that everyone would be in agreement that if I find cupboards or cabinets or display cases that will work, and they're reasonable, if I think they're reasonable, I can go ahead and purchase them. But we need to decide where we would put them, and we have some ideas in both in Union at the railroad station and at the Grange, but we need to figure out what are we gonna put in them, because we wanna get the right size.
Well,
So we
could
need to,
Could we somehow figure out that we could rotate them?
oh, absolutely,
So, I mean, change them every year,
right,
and that way we get to display probably some stuff that's put away.
different things, right, and we do have spaces there, and if we, like at the station, if we put them in other display cases, it would free up space and make it look a little more, it wouldn't be so jumbled together, which I know Elaine and Phil have been working on that. And the same thing at Wakefield, we have some space at the school, but we need to figure out what we still have. And I have gotten some other school things that we need to take over, so we need a display case there. Because all we have is a bookcase that was given to us from Brookfield School.
Right.
What is the plan for the upstairs of the Grange?
Keep it just the way it is,
Yeah,
but we need more than one person as a docent to be able to show it.
yeah.
And-
Every person who comes in asks to see it, but,
Needs a major clean.
Huh?
Needs to be clean.
It does
Yeah.
need to be cleaned for next spring, by next spring, for the spring. But yeah, we need somebody there. There have been times when I've taken people upstairs if there was no one around, but it would be a quicker trip, because if someone comes in, you can't leave
right,
some people upstairs and some down.
right.
So, in fact, who was there? Was it Elaine?
I have never
was
been there.
Was you.
Years ago.
And someone came in.
It was Donna was with me, when someone came in, and I took them I think it was that, we were closed, but we were
Yeah.
working there. I took them in, I let them come in, we talked to them, showed them around downstairs, they really wanted to go upstairs, and Donna had not seen it either, so we went upstairs, but again, it was closed, so no one else was coming, and these were the couple that I think I told you at the last meeting are interested in being docents next spring, next year. So we need to we'll work on getting a docent class. So, the only other thing I have is the Salmon Falls Watershed Coalition. So that is a group, that is of all sorts of, state,
Agencies from
I don't know what you'd call it. There's state officials, there's people from DPW, there were people from
Federal,
federal,
there were
yeah,
universities, both
DES.
states.
yeah, and anyway,
New Hampshire, yeah.
anybody who's interested in the Salmon Falls watershed, which starts here in Wakefield, and it flows down, all the way down through the Salmon Falls River to basically the ocean. So you've got Maine and New Hampshire people interested, and they had, apparently this is an annual thing, they call it their safari. I had received a call a couple months ago from Linda Shire, who used to be the director. They were going to have a few people at, that they would like to have, wondered if I would talk to them about the canal and what had happened, the whole situation with the canal. And I said, sure, I'll do it. And I get over there, which was like a week ago, and there were two people there I knew, Jean and Elaine. And this is an annual thing, they call it their safari, and we were the first place on their safari. And then they went to, well, you can tell them about the other, because they were Wakefield sites, right? And, but there were people there, and I've emailed since, that might be able to help us get to the bottom of who could repair that canal. Because these are people who are downstream, they're either at the state or federal, as Jean said, or there were people, there from the water department in Somersworth, there were people from North Berwick,
Rochester had somebody there.
Rochester, right. So, it might, I made a plea for help with that canal.
It's a big deal because the Somersworth residents depend on that water for
Right.
their drinking water.
Yeah,
Right, they said 70,000 people their drinking water is affected by that
yeah.
watershed. That river.
What comes out of Great East, the
Yeah, it
canal,
starts
Yeah.
at the.
because
starts
it's
in
directed.
Wakefield.
Yeah,
And they said, "Thank you for your
70,000
water."
people.
The guy from the not waterworks, but the place in Somersworth
Yeah,
said, "Thank you for your water, Wakefield."
yeah. So,
Thank you.
Thank you, no.
so we need to do some follow-up with that. I've sent out a letter, and I haven't heard anything else, and I haven't done any more than just the one. Anybody have anything else to say about that?
And then was it Brackett Road that the hike we took?
Yes, it was
yeah,
off of Brackett Road, Moose Mountain Regional Greenway has.
Right, it was the
signed-
Haraba property.
Yes,
Right,
yeah. and,
right, they signed
Is now part
papers
of the
last
Moose
week.
Mountain Greenways, and that's where you went
Yeah,
after lunch
Yeah,
or after
before
meet?
lunch.
And they have secured, what, over 5,000 acres? Is that what?
Well, I think all of together, but I think that parcel wasn't that big,
Oh,
but
no,
it was,
no, that
yeah,
was just a couple
but that was,
hundred. Yeah,
crucial because it was, the other parts were up here and then there was the space near the lake when they were worried about houses and the runoff to the lake, so all that now is continuous with what they had elsewhere, so,
So
Different
it backs
watershed.
up to the
Yeah.
Brackett Farm. Is the Brackett Farm part of it?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know, but,
Because that's right.
I think that's under
It-
a separate,
yeah, I
It
think
is a
that's.
trust, but
yeah,
I don't know
think
if it
that's-
was,
That's separate, but this is, a lot of it runs you know, along the lakeside.
Yes.
And, they're gonna be, you know, improving some trails in there and making it, you know, more accessible so people can walk in
Yeah.
there, and very nice.
All good. So.
That's what my envision is down there at the canal. That would be a beautiful spot to have that, get that cleaned up and have a picnic area, a walking area down around the canal. Be very nice down there.
Right,
The state would let us, but
well, it's,
it's not the state, federal.
no, it's state.
Yeah.
On the west side, it's the state of New Hampshire, and on
Right.
the east side,
Yeah,
it's the state of Maine.
yeah,
Because remember, they both worked, we had to work with both of them to
Mm.
get that on the National Register.
Yep.
So, anyway, anybody else have any other?
I got a couple things.
Go ahead.
Normal. Okay, the first thing is
Oh, I have one more too.
the snow plow down at the station, down at Heritage Park.
Yep,
It's gonna need another paint job next year,
okay,
because the paint is all bubbling up and some of it's flaking off.
on the weather side,
Yeah, on the west side. The east side doesn't seem to be too
No.
bad. It's always on the west side. So we gotta think about maybe getting Greg and Doug, if we can get them to paint that again, scrape it and paint it. That would be great. The caboose is in really good condition, nothing wrong with that.
yep.
Okay, the other thing I wanna bring up is, what are your plans for meetings this winter? Are you planning to be here all winter?
I don't know.
So I was just wondering,
But we
Because-
usually find that we don't need to meet in December, January, February, and March, because there's nothing going on unless something was needed for the historic district.
yeah, so last year, this was the first meeting in October was our last meeting. So we didn't have any meetings November, December, January, February, March, April.
Right.
So
But we might,
if you wanna just keep it open, I guess.
I would have another meeting, because we still got a lot of loose ends here,
Okay,
until
just-
we get the budget done, unless, I mean, whatever your pleasure is, because we can handle a lot of this stuff outside of a meeting. It's kinda nice to have the interaction. I would meet at least one more time, but
okay,
it's up to
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
do November, the first Wednesday in November,
okay,
and then nothing, cause then we'll be
Yeah.
really nothing until spring.
Yeah.
Other than these projects we're talking about working on through the winter. I did have one other thing that I meant to mention about the quilt. I think because this is such a valuable town piece, and it's not in an archive box, it's hanging, and then in the winter, I've taken it down and rolled it up and put it in the conference room. We should have an archival box, and Craig sent me copies of 2 different types, and they run about $88. And then we would put it up next year, or if that's what we chose to do, but we would be protecting it. It shouldn't be in the sunlight, and we keep those shades at the back closed when we're open, so the light isn't shining directly there, but, and should we put the other quilt in a archival box too?
Are these
That's the one that was
boxes
made in the
fireproof?
90s.
Are they fireproof?
Maybe.
I don't know, they're probably not proof, but what's the other? Flame retardant or
resistant.
something?
fire resistant,
You're resistant.
yeah.
I mean, it's gonna burn anyway if we don't put it in a box. But these have people's signatures on it. Every square has a handwritten signature and a date. And then we have the other ones. So do we wanna buy, what's your pleasure? So about, say, $90 a box.
I would think it'd be worth it.
Yeah, we wouldn't wanna have that, you know, ruined because it's not
Preserve it.
stored
We're
correctly.
really, we're stewards of these
Right.
glass pieces.
Right.
Should we do 2? One
Yes.
for the one the town did,
Yeah.
the town residents did for us in the 90s.
Right.
Mhm.
All right.
That was
Oh.
up in the Grange, is that the one that was up in the top of the Grange for a long time? The one that has all the signatures on it? I think that was up
It's there.
in the Grange Hall. Is that the
No.
one still up there?
Is there one there with signatures too, in the
I
Grange
thought
Hall?
I thought that's the one you're
The
talking
one that
about.
Roberta that Barbara Trafton gave me, she personally gave it to me before she passed away, after, at the same time she gave us the china,
Mhm.
and it was in her house, and she told me it had been in the cottage, and that it had come from, now I know it was her aunt,
Yeah.
Florence Perkins.
I go up in the Grange Hall itself, there used to
There
be,
is a quilt
there is a
hanging up
quilt
there,
hanging up there.
but I don't think it's a,
Yeah, I think it's a Grange quilt that everybody signed it, and then they made a picture of something from town. Just go up and take a look and see what it is.
yes, we'll
Remember
check.
vaguely seeing that? Remember that?
Remember, no.
I think there's something that looks like fabric that's quilted up there, but I can't picture a quilt, but we need to check
Check
that
it
out
out.
the next, whether, I won't be there, and I won't be
But
in
that's
town
been hanging,
tomorrow.
if it's still there, it's been hanging there for, I don't know, 35, 40 years probably.
Upstairs
this-
is the Grange?
Upstairs in the Grange Hall.
All right, so at this point, we're gonna buy, everybody's in approval of
At
getting
least
two
two
display boxes,
Yeah.
archival boxes for the quilts, the two quilts. Okay, that's all I had.
Good.
What about the weed whack?
It's still in the, down at the
Oh, it
blacksmith.
is.
Uh,
Winter project, add it to the list.
Yep, there's no heat there.
no,
Can you take sections of it
wait,
to someplace where there is heat? No?
We have
it's pretty
we
big.
have some temporary, like kerosene heaters, I mean, they're portable kerosene heaters. if
We
that
can,
would be
we can
helpful.
always, light the furnace there, the forge, we can always get that going. Get the forge going,
Keep it
create a little
going long
heat.
enough
You
for
gotta
the paint
stand
to
there with the
dry.
bellows.
Gotta have
I
somebody
want
run
a
it,
picture of that.
yeah.
So those kerosene heaters throw out some heat.
No, but seriously, we gonna do anything with that?
I would like to do it,
We've been
And-
talking about it all summer.
I know it. You wanna try to go down there sometime, next week? Let's pick a day next week,
I'm open any day but Wednesday.
any day but Wednesday, okay, let me see what
And come up with a plan.
come up with a plan
Let's see
to,
what, cause it's gonna
and-
get
and I
cold.
I
think-
haven't seen this yet.
you
Oh,
have
you
it?
haven't
No, I
seen
wasn't
it?
there when it was delivered.
I think Dave Perkins is across the street, I think he would help
Yeah.
work on it.
I can't
We
think
do
I
have
can help
pictures,
next
I
week.
took a lot of pictures of that day it was delivered.
But I think what we need to get started with is just clean up the paint, scrape it, sand it, and even prime it if we can. But
But I can't do that if it's too cold.
No.
no,
Right.
but I
But
mean,
it's a good
we
idea,
can get
Paul,
it,
to
we can
go
get
and-
it all sanded and everything.
Go and
Paint.
decide what you guys could get
Yeah,
done.
we'll take a look at it and see what,
Let me
Come up
know
with
when
a
you
plan.
want. We can take-
I'll tell you, I'll call you. What's your number, Paul? I probably have it somewhere.
978-337-7672.
So are you all set
Okay.
with everything, Donna?
Okay.
You've got
I
names
gotta
and
have my
everything you
stickers
need?
out next week, so.
All right,
Okay.
if there's no
And
other
you-
business, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, everyone.
I had to go
Honey,
see
I
them
have
Red
your
Sox.
pie plate in my car.